Well, hello, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today I wanted to do a renovation of this home here. It is, I believe, Inner Circle in Del Sol Valley. So here is the home as it sits, and it's not the best layout. There is a lot of property here, a lot of fencing going on that I don't understand. It seems odd. I mean, I think I get it, but I don't like it. I guess I just don't like the fence in the front. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this fencing, at least in the front yard. Yeah, do I want to get rid of all of it? I'm just going to change it to something else. How about that? Oh, that's nice. That's much nicer. It is, it is. So let's get rid of these things, whatever those were. I don't get this. I'm going to add a gate and a better fence. I just don't like this fence. It's just too drab, I guess. And oh, I can't. Oh, that's why they did that. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. We can work with that. Toss that over there. I just don't like this house. It's weird. The interior like layout is okay. The roofing is off though. I don't like the roofing. I gotta fix that somehow. I don't know how. I'm not gonna change a lot of other stuff, but let's put this roof over here and bring it over. I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to work, but we're going to try. So that's cute. Would it be cute if I did another one over here? Would that just look stupid? Probably stupid. Oh, okay, no, that's not so bad. I just gotta move the window over. Well, that's better than I expected. Bring that back. Yeah. Well, that makes a world of difference in and of itself. The rest of the house is another story, but we'll get there. We'll get there. For the exterior, do I want to stick with that? I want it to look more like these homes, so let's do some paneling. I think that'll look a little bit better. Or siding, I guess. Siding is what I want. Just want to do brown. Or do we want to add like a little bit more color? That's too dark. Wait, I want to be in. Oh, I was an afternoon, wasn't I? Okay. Let's see. We need a better color. What about pink? Do we want to do pink? No, we don't want to do pink. What about green? Oh, green's pretty. I like the green. And let's do some stonework, some masonry here. What about that? How's that look? I don't know if I like that too much. I think it's just the shading of it, the color of it, maybe. Well, that's not much different, is it? It's kind of the same. Let's just leave that there for now and see what we can do. I am going to remove these windows all the way around. Hardly any windows. That's okay. And then I want to put in some white windows. Let's change the trim first to the white. I don't like this dark brown on this. It doesn't look right to me. Is this white? No, that's white. And I really do not like these lights. I used to use them all the time, but that was because I didn't have a lot of packs. So what did I say, windows? See if I can find a good one. I mean, the base game windows aren't bad. They're not bad at all, actually. I'd like to center this with the roof, but to do that, it has to be there, so that's not gonna work. How about the tall windows? No, that looks stupid. I just want to give it some life, you know? Because it's like, right now, it's so like bleh, boring, you know? It's just annoyingly boring. And I want it to look better. But it's simply, I guess. I don't know if these are the windows or if this is where the windows are going to be placed, but this is where they're going at the moment. I'm going to have to do some adjusting, but that's okay. I'll probably have to move these windows around, but I kind of like the placement. Oh, I forgot this one. There we go. And then above, we're going to do a little vent, a little ventilation for the attic. Is that too far up? No, I think that's where I want it. It seems too far up, but that's okay. That's okay. I think the roof, we're going to change that as well. I don't mind it being that roof. I just don't like that swatch. So maybe there's a better one. No. Oh, we can do black. Yes. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. I like that much better. And then the fencing. What kind of fencing do we have? We've got privacy fencing all over the place. This is the fencing that they have everywhere. I don't like it though. I really, really don't. There's got to be a better fence. That one's too tall, I think. Oh no, that's not bad. That kind of looks okay, I think, doesn't it? Oh, we can work on fencing or gates, but I like that a little bit better. It's not so stark. It's not so dark and drab and dreary and bleh. The stairs, I'll figure out what to do with the stairs. I do like this little bump out here, so I'm probably not going to change that. I kind of like it that way. I don't know what I'm going to do with the gardening just yet. I do want to bulldoze the terrain. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Taking away all of that terrain paint. Oh my God, that makes such a big difference. Oh, I love it. So we do need a foundation. Sorry. I usually go with this one as my like go-to or this one as my go-to, but maybe we can try a brick one. See, I think that brick's too dark. I kind of want it that color, but do we have it lighter? No, that's just the top stink. I don't like that at all. I used to use that one a lot too because I didn't have, too many other options. And this again is the same brick, just different trim work. Oh man, I guess we could, I want that, just not with the diamonds on it. Well, let's try it. Let's try it, see what happens. I'm not gonna have stuff in the back right there. Dang it. Okay. Let's stick with the dark brick. I don't know. I might change it. But for now we can keep it and see how that goes, I guess. And then for a gate, I need a tall gate, and they're usually down at the bottom. Wait, why won't the gate? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, why won't the gate clip in? That matches, sort of. Not as good as it's gonna. There we go. We might move those around a little bit, but I think that'll work for now. Actually, well, yeah, because I'll probably have a tree and greenery there and a tree. Okay, yeah, so we want the gate over there. Okay, so let's go inside and see where these windows got placed. Let's see if that's gonna work. Oh no. See, that needs to go up higher. Yeah, those need to go there. Oh no. Oh well, I can move it. It doesn't mean it has to be the kitchen. Just because that's where the kitchen is doesn't mean the kitchen has to stay there, right? Right. I don't want to do too much with the layout because I don't like to do that when I do renovations. We can add a couple of walls, maybe remove a couple of walls, but in general, I don't want to take too much away because in a real renovation, you wouldn't really do that. You're kind of working with, the house as it is. So that's kind of where I'm going with it, but I don't know what I'm going to do though. What I'm gonna do. I don't mind it being a 1-bedroom. I think 2 bedrooms would be a lot to try to fit in. However, hold on. Hold the phone. We can do this as a single bedroom and put another door or move this door here-ish. This could be another bedroom. Oh, we just got a 2-bedroom house. I've done this before where I just closed off an area, like in my own house, where I've closed off an area and made this wide open space into like my son's bedroom. And he loved it, mostly because it was on the other side of the house and he couldn't hear me snoring. Although I say I don't snore, but he thinks I do. This window is going to have to move. It can't stay there, but that's where the peak of, the peak of the roof is. So what do I do? Okay. So that's great. Probably put the bed there. I like the bed under the window because I like when the curtains frame the bed. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. I like that. I do. Okay. So yeah, I just turned this into the bathroom, brought this in by one, did the bedroom the same size, and then this hallway I turned into a bedroom and extended it out by one just to have a little bit more dimension instead of one giant flat wall of doors. And I like that. Now I just have to figure out kitchen, living, dining, possibly office. Because right now there's an office desk in the bedroom, which I don't plan on keeping in there. I just don't like doing that too much. I do it sometimes, but I don't like to. I prefer not to. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a choice. Let's see, where we're going to put these rooms. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I was thinking like the kitchen, dining here and turning this into the living room and office. That's what makes the most sense to me. Something like, like that or something. I don't know. Living room over here, office in this area. That would work. And we can close it off. We can make it a closed off house. I like working with walls than without. So do something like this. Do that as the office and living room. and do like an archway into the living room. Give me a big archway. So we could do an archway into the living room, which is fine. This would be kitchen, dining. This is kind of like your entry hall area, which is also fine. Kitchen would have to be here on these walls, so I'd have to change the windows, either change the windows or move them up. And I don't know that I can move these up too far because then it'll look weird on the outside. I don't know. Well, let me see. Let me see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So this has to go up. Yeah, okay. Look at that. I think that has to go over like that. Yes. Okay. So, oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. That's where it's going to end up. Okay. Okay. I hate that they're so close to the roof line, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to leave it and move that up by 2, and that'll go up as well as these 2, which is weird. I probably won't have those 2 windows there. I'll probably change them or remove them. I do know yet. Hate those outdoor lights, for God's sake. Okay, the exterior looks nice. Let's see the interior. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I could change my mind. Wouldn't be the first time. I do that often. None of us ever change our minds, do we? How's that for a concept? Not changing your mind. Yeah, right. I'll just keep that counter there. Well, I'm going to change the counters anyway, so that's fine. So that does that. Yeah, trash can in there. And then the office. Oh, I really don't like the office that big. But we can bring this in. Nobody said it had to stay the same. Oh, then you have this little corner, which looks kind of weird. We'll get rid of that too. The window's in an odd place inside. I don't know if we can change that or not. See, I think if we leave that where it is, then you're not changing the foundation of the home so much. I mean, I suppose we could leave the couch there. I just kind of dropped it there, but I suppose we could leave it there. It's not going to hurt anything. I think the flow would be okay. Would you put the couch there? Probably not. Y'all are probably like, what are you doing? No, the wall does not go there. That's a dumb place for a wall. And I might agree with you too. Oh, desk is in the wall. But I do need another door like here. And then this door needs to go the other direction. That door's fine. Bathroom door. We might play around with that a little bit. Actually, we are going to, because I'm not going to use that tub. I'm going to use a shower tub combo. If we have a pet or a dog, that is what a pet is, a pet or a child, I think that this makes a lot more sense. A little bit of a squishy bathroom, I guess. I could do it this way, which would make more sense. And I've seen more bathrooms like this where they're long and everything's on one side of the bathroom. Okay, so we're going to do that instead, I think. This makes more sense. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'll push the shower into the wall so that it picks up whatever tile I put in. Yay! Okay. And then the bedroom. We'll get rid of this desk and chair. Yay. I can put that here. I'm going to get rid of that light and that mirror and this light. Don't like it. Don't like these either, even though I did used to use them all the time, but we're going to forget that part. Oh, they even have a smoke alarm. I'm surprised in a base game build. All right. And oh, I wish it lined up with the, oh, that sucks so bad, but that's okay. Whatever. I don't care. Let's see. I think that's it. The windows are going to stay where they are. I'm not moving the windows. I know they look a little funky. Oh, the outside doesn't look bad. Oh yeah, those windows. I didn't like those windows today. I mean, I like windows there, but you know what? I'll put in a sliding glass door. That solves all our problems. A sliding glass door. That is the answer. It is for the back porch, back patio anyway, right? So why wouldn't we do a sliding glass door? Maybe a little bit wider. Just a little wider. Not that bad. No. I don't want the whole wall to be... No. How about this one? That might be too much still. I might have to go with what I had first. This one. It's all right. I like that. And it's white. Okay. So that takes care of all of that. So far, so good, I think. You tell me. I don't know. Okay. So give me a few minutes, an hour or two. And when you come back, this is all going to be done. And you're going to say, wow, what a difference. Sorry. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. Don't go anywhere. Just blink. Okie dokie. I'm all done. And it looks so cool. I love this. It is amazing. I keep saying that. I think I'm just getting better. I think that's what it is. I'm just getting better at this building in the Sims thing. Well, obviously, that's what I tell myself. Anyway, they spent a lot of money on the landscaping, and they're glad they did. They also are going to be spending a lot of money on their gardener because this is going to be a lot of upkeep. I can't do, no. In real life, no. All of this would be dead plants. The only things that wouldn't be dead would be the trees. So, anywho, we have here, I did some terrain paint path to the front door and the side gate over here on the left. I trimmed it, I guess, in some ground cover, which I think makes for better gameplay when they walk the path that's logical, you know? So anyway, I did grab these rocks here from Debug. They are all together, as you see. And I did 2 of them in a half circle and filled it in with some plants. This grass here is also from Debug, but I made it smaller by 1 because it was way too big. And I used the same stuff over here as well, just to kind of give it some character. I used these rocks here, which is 1 set, and the grass again under each of the trees on the lot. I don't know why I did the rocks. I just wanted to add some more dimension to it, give it a little more depth, I guess. That's what dimension is anyway. Here on the porch, which I left this entry the same. I added the little trellis or the vine trellis, I guess, and then added 2 of these up here. Has a little awning without actually adding a roof. If we go out back, oh, I love the backyard. It's so cool. I continued the terrain paint over to the pool. As you see over here, it's not a big pool. It's an above ground pool. And I did that. After I placed it, I grabbed the middle square here and just raised it and lowered it to where I wanted it. And that's not what I wanted. And it gave me this height. I like it. And then I added the stairs to it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get in. Then as you see, my sim is getting out of the pool, so she was able to get in, which is wonderful. I do have a floaty over here and a beach ball, which doesn't actually do anything for gameplay. It doesn't float around or anything. It's for from the Horse Ranch pack, and I just think it's cool. I threw out or strewn about some more rocks over here in the grass under the tree. Terrain paint around the pool as well to keep it from getting too muddy, you know, with the splashing and whatnot. Also have a soccer ball, a football, telescope, monkey bars, and the water balloon bucket as for some activities outside, as well as some lawn chairs and a little place for, you know, some kiddos or whoever to sit and just kind of, you know, whatever, take their turn in the pool, or if they're in timeout from the pool because, you know, you have to wait 30 minutes after you eat to get in the pool. A word of advice, that's not a real thing. Over here, we have our garden pots as well, just for some gardening. And I did forget to do the terrain paint that. And I like to do a little bit of gravel. I think it just makes more sense to have gravel there for the gardening. I don't know why, but it just makes sense to me in my head. So that's why I do that. But I like it. I think it looks cute. And then on the patio, we've got those trellises, the vine trellises again. I raised them up by 2 and placed them all the way around the porch. So you still get the light, you still get the breeze, but you get just a teeny bit of privacy. And then there's also a counter for the grill. I have tested this all out and everything does seem to work. And it looks like there's some free food. Oh, that looks good. Oh, I must be hungry. And then you also have a bonsai tree back there for another activity skill item. So now let's go inside and see what I did in the house. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. The stairs do not have a railing because I forgot. And I also think it looks better without it anyway. So we do have lighting in this little section here with some plants on either side. A welcome mat. You walk in and I've got to fix that wall. What in the hell? I hate when that happens. Anyway, this is your entryway. Nothing spectacular, nothing special, but we do have a record player with some records, some wall decor, and then, of course, your walk in the door, throw down your coat, bags, whatever, shoes, umbrella over there, as well as that is the largest alarm pad I have ever seen in my life. Holy cow, I just realized how big that thing is. Anyway, alarm pad and thermostat as well. Over here on the left, through the giant archway, is the living room. And yes, I did keep the layout because I liked it. I chose these couches here, the whole set, because I really, really like them. I do. I use them way too much. But then I found this rug and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm keeping those couches because that rug was a perfect match. And then I found the curtains and I'm like, yep, keeping all of it, keeping it all. We're just going to work around it. So I did. This is what I came up with. The coffee table is two of the same coffee table overlapping, as you can see. You can see a little bit of glitching, but I don't have the tool mod, so I can't fix it. It is what it is. And then we have over here this little cabinet, book cabinet, I guess, with a gaming console, some games, TV, basket, plant, decor on the wall, and a few little bits and pieces of decor throughout, as well as knitting you can do as well. This is the back door, sliding back door onto the patio. Through this door is the office, which is, I wouldn't say bare. I thought about putting a rug, but then I changed my mind. I was like, no, I don't need a rug. So here the desk is full of clutter. As you can see, they have more clutter on the floor and stored back there in the corner. And I filled up the bookcase with board games and a little bit of clutter, as well as a little plant and some more storage items on top. So whoever is here, whatever parent, they obviously have a job that requires a lot of paperwork, or they collect a lot of paperwork, or they have an at-home job that requires a lot of paperwork. So anyway, and I didn't know this, but on top of this stack of books, you can put stuff as long as it's, small enough, because the glasses snapped right on. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. So there we go. And then a hanging plant and some curtains. I made this curtain smaller by 1 so it would fit properly. I wasn't going to, but if I didn't, one, it was either going to clip through on this side, or I was going to end up with the curtain part that hangs down too far to the left, and I didn't want that. So I made it smaller by 1 and it worked. And then these two curtains are overlapping a little bit. I do like to do that. It does kind of glitch a little bit, but I never notice it in my gameplay, so whatever. So then we walk into the kitchen. Oh my goodness, this kitchen is huge. It was so much bigger than I expected it to be, but I don't care. I like it the way it is. I couldn't figure out where I wanted to put the kitchen table or the dining table, but I like it there. I think it works out great, especially once I put up those pictures. I'm like, yep, that is exactly where the table needs to be and in the direction it needs to be. My thought is, if you're over here cooking whatever, you're cooking, you're putting it in, containers, you're making plates, whatever, you turn around, you want it to be easy to place it on the table. This way, you don't have to be behind somebody to put something on the table. You just lay it on the table. That's my theory of how things should work in real life. In reality, this is simality, so I know that doesn't necessarily matter, but to me, in my mind, it does. So that's why I did it that way. Anyway, we got a nice stainless steel refrigerator and stove. Got a little bit of clutter there. Some beautiful cast iron pots. We've got some cereal that their son has been getting into, some fresh garden vegetables, clutter up on the shelves. Love how I did this. I like that I stacked them and then staggered them a little bit. That looks really cool because I couldn't really put upper cabinets. I didn't want to take the windows away. I was watching Simmery and I asked the chat in general, but she responded, which is fine, if I should sacrifice the windows or the upper cabinets. And the windows were perfectly placed outside. She suggested I lose the cabinets and to put up shelves instead. And that's what I did. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad she said that because it looks so cool. And then this over here is like storage for like your potatoes and your onions and whatnot. And then, your vegetable basket there. And then a cupboard cabinet over there. Over here, this lonely little door all by itself in the far corner. It's the bathroom that is shared by the entire family. So you have a shower tub combo, towel rack. Oh, okay. I thought the towel rack was in the wall. Sorry. The towel rack, toilet, I almost said toilet seat, the toilet, the sink, and blinds, plant, and whatnot. So that is the shared bathroom on the other side of the house, which is fine. This door here that is through the kitchen is the parents' bedroom. They went with a very 60s, 70s kind of mid-century modern look. And I love this. This was so much fun to do, to put this room together, because I rarely use these pieces. I rarely have a place to put these pieces. because it's from the Get Famous pack, and there's not a ton of stuff in that pack that fits this. So if you're just doing a bedroom, this pack is wonderful. But if you're doing an entire house, it's a little different. So anyway, I used that. We got some clutter. They have all of their clutter stuff on top of that counter, but the rest of their room is, not so bad. Little clutter, some curtains, whatnot. Then we go into the boys' room. I'm going to say it's a teen boy, and he's not a very neat one. You see what I mean? So we've got a bunch of clutter on the floor. He's got posters all over one wall. He's got laundry he hasn't put away, shoes that are just laying on the floor. He's got an art project he's working on for school that is yet to start. A bunch of papers and books all messed up there. He has a fish tank he needs to find a fish for, so that's something you might need to do. More stuff on his walls over there and more posters. He has, I know that's a game controller. I'm going to pretend that is like Nintendo Switch kind of gaming thing. That's what I'm going with. The new shoes his parents bought that he's yet to even wear. And then of course he's got his little sketch pad that he got for like super cheap on Temu. Would not recommend, by the way. And then over here we have the tragic clown painting. But here's the thing. That tragic clown painting is over the dartboard, which means when you play darts, you're going to throw it onto his face, onto him. And that's why he wanted that painting. He wanted to throw darts at the creepy clown that he hates, or at least doesn't like very much. So that's why that's there. And then down here, we also have some more skill or activity items. We've got the friendship bracelet, the clay, and a guitar. He convinced his parents, I want to play guitar. But he also convinced his parents, I want to make friendship bracelets. I want to be a professional dart player. I want to raise fish. I want to be an artist. He likes to do different things, and his parents have obliged him within reason. It was a used guitar, so nothing too big to write home about. But if we go out the back door here, which is a sliding glass door, this is your patio. Isn't it neat? It's cute. It's covered up, but it's not secluded completely. I also added some ceiling lights, which is that little white box right there. And it gives off so much light in and of itself, but I like putting them where the spandrels are on the edge of the roof line kind of thing, because then it's not in the middle of the ceiling. It's not in your way. And plus, I think it looks really cool. Anyway, and then you come down here and there's your backyard. So this is a fairly large backyard for a family of 3, but they got the house for super cheap and they got a lot of property with it too. Here is the entire layout. There's your entryway, the office, the living room, the patio, kids' room, parents' room, kitchen, dining, and bathroom. And then there is the whole entire property. I think it looks so good. So much better than what it did before. Let me know down in the comments if you think this is a good reno or if you think I kind of didn't do a good job. Either way, it's okay with me. I'm just curious to see what you think. And which aspect, I guess, of this house do you like the best? I want to know that too. What I also want to do is show you the dartboard in real life. So I think, yep, there we go. So you have to click on this line and say practice darts. And you will see, watch if she does it. Did she do it? Did you see that little thumbs up? Look. You can see the darts. Isn't that cool? I love that. I think it's so cool. Look at it. Jabs right at him. It gives you a little thumbs up and everything. So I think that's pretty neat. I got that idea from Karen and Connie one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to remember to do that. And I always forget, but I remembered this time. So you're welcome. Actually, thank them. Don't thank me. Anyway, as you can see, we are here at night, and the back patio is so very well lit up, and the front is also very well lit up. So there you go. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I really, really hope that you got some inspiration. As always, you're welcome to leave any and all of your comments, questions, and suggestions down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, have fun.